So today I'm doing, it's a French dish, it's chicken chasseur, basically from scratch. So I've got a chicken, obviously, and we just need to cut the chicken up. I'll just show you how I'm going to do that for this particular dish. So just cut through there. Because on a chicken, essentially, you've got 4 pieces of dark meat and 4 pieces of light meat, and so we'll cut it up like that, and then you can serve 4 people with it, giving each you know, a piece of light meat and a piece of dark meat. Right, so first of all, see on the back there you've got like little oysters, or it's hard to see on this particular chicken because
see them bulging up slightly.
There and there, look. So you want to get them because they're the best bits. They're called like oysters or chef's eye or whatever. You know, is the best bit. So you need to make sure you get that. So you want to cut round that. Oops, sorry. Can you see? So you want to cut round that. Make sure you get that meat off there. Oops. Sharp knife. I'm making a mess of it. Got it on camera. Forgive me, people. That's it. I'll put that in there a sec. Get round that oyster.
Probably nice when you get through the bone.
Still in there. Right, I'll just pop that back there a second. So then, and then here you want to just find the knuckle there, and then just cut straight through. Then
your leg and your thigh.
Yeah, that's essentially your dark meat. 4 pieces off. So you got your.
Ooh, they look like they come from the shop.
With the oyster on it, though, that's the best bit. Right, then you've got this bit left now. So what we'll do now is take off the wings. Got tea towel under that there. Get rid of the wings. We'll throw them in as well, so we'll use them. Coughing with food. Get the wings off. Right, so now we're left with this bit. So what you want to do now with this bit is literally cut sharp knife, and then literally cut straight through that bit there. I'm not doing a great job of this today, am I?
Each chicken is different.
That's it, straight through that part there. So the light meat now. Straight through that part. Straight through. And I'm leaving it on the bone, you see. Messing this up today, something wicked.
Cleaver.
Eh?
Cleaver.
No, a sharp knife should do it.
It's a tough old bird.
I missed the place where you get through, but trim that off. There's your best meat there. And then you want to just cut through, just cut straight through, and cut that off. Cut this part off. It comes off usually quite easily. Get that part off. Totally messing this up. Get rid of that. So this part I'm going to use now for my stock. So I'm going to put that in there with, I mean I might do that in a smaller pan actually, it looks a bit in there. I should have cut those bits a bit bigger. Then here, just want to go through, straight through that part. I'm leaving the bone on purely because it makes better sauce, and makes better sauce for one, and it keeps the chicken together and stops it going dry for two. I just want that. That's the bone that's causing me trouble. Look, I was the wrong side of that before. Just get rid of that. There we go. That's over big. I should have cut them bigger, but you see what I mean anyway. Right, so that's that. I'm going to boil up my stock and then come back in a little while to show you the rest of it. Right, so I'm just going to put some water in there, chicken stock. I am going to put a litre in it, to be honest with you. Yeah, so I've gone with a litre of water. Coming back from a disastrous chicken jointing, really. I didn't do a great job of that, did I? But you know what I mean, I am only human, and it is what it is. So what I'm going to do now is set that off boiling. I mean, I'm doing this ahead of time now because I don't want this till later on tonight, but I'm going to boil the stock up for an hour just to get my chicken stock to make this dish. So I'll come back to you when that's ready. Right, so what I've done is I've chopped up 4 shallots. That's from beforehand. Chopped up 4 shallots, a few mushrooms. I've got my chicken stock from earlier. Look, I've just basically sieved that out of the pan, got rid of the carcass obviously, and that's that. Some white wine, some tarragon. I can't find no fresh, so I'm going to have to make it do with dried. Tomato puree, some chopped tomatoes, some castor sugar, some flat leaf parsley, some flour, olive oil, some butter, and I've salt and peppered my chicken. So now what I'm going to do is just cover the chicken in flour. The flour is going to do 2 things. It's going to help to get some colour on the chicken, and it's also going to thicken the sauce. So I'll just mix this around in there, and I'll come back to you in a second. In the meantime, sorry, I've got a pan on, and it's on getting hot. You want a red hot pan for this. Back to you in a second then. I'll get the shit off one, yeah. Right, sorry about that, couldn't get the top off. So I'm olive oil in the pan. Basically put some butter in there as well. And then I'm going with the chicken skin side down. I like to brown it, so I'll cut off a sec and I'll show you more in a minute. It's important to get some colour onto the chicken and do it in a couple of batches, otherwise you'll cool the pan down too much. It's important to get some colour on it because that helps darken the sauce, you see. So I'm on the second batch now. I'll show you again in a sec. Right, so the chicken's been browning. I'll use this hand. Get them out now. It don't matter literally how it looks, you know, if you get some more colour the better really. Just take that out. I'm using my right hand. No better with right hand, it's just too bloody slippery, so we'll have all that out there anyway. Now that don't feel right, either I'll use my left hand. Right, so get the chicken out, then what we want to do from there, go with a bit more butter, Go a touch more olive oil. A little bit more butter. And we want to put in the shallots. And when we've got the shallots in like that, we want to put the sugar on the shallots. That will help caramelise them up really quick. Use all of that. Just give them a fry for a few minutes and see how quickly they start to caramelise up straight away. Start to get some colour on them anyway. So anyway, just give them a minute or two and I'll come back in a second. Right, to that I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons full of tomato puree, just to let it cook out, it cooks the bitterness off it, don't it? So tomato puree in. In a second I will be putting the mushrooms in also. Right, to that now I'm going to add the mushrooms. Cubes more butter. It's not good for your diet, this. It tastes lovely though. I've been cooking this dish for years and it really is nice. It works perfectly if you've got like a couple coming round, or you was having a date night, say, with your partner or someone you wanted to impress. It's easy to do, but it really does taste the part. You know, you pay for this in a restaurant, I promise. Right, now I'm going to add the wine. This will help deglaze the pan and everything. Stand back, Jodes. As a rule, I'm going to have a little drink. I'll put all the wine in yet, because I'm trying to keep the temperature up in there. You can see the sauce forming already from that. Of the wine in. Just let the alcohol cook off that a second, and I'll come back in a second to you. Right, so now I'm going to add a load of tarragon, quite a bit of tarragon to it, as you can see, and also the chicken stock. Give that a stir, just let that come back to the boil a second, then I'm going to add the chicken to it. Right, see you in a sec. Right, so now we're boiling in no time, look. So I'm going to give it a stir, and then I'm just literally going to add the chicken to this now. And then we're going to cook it basically for about an hour, something like that, or till the chicken's cooked through. And yeah, that'll be that. So I'll just put all my chicken in and come back to you in, well, I'll leave it for a half hour or so and show you how it's going when it's bubbling through. Okay. Right, this has been cooking for what, about 35 minutes, maybe half an hour, 30 minutes, and I'm just going to add to this some chopped tomatoes now. Not going to go mad, just half a can maybe. I'll taste it in a sec. Stir that in. And then I'll come back to you soon. Right, that's been in in the light. That's been in about just over an hour now, so it's ready. So now at the end we want to just like throw in some flat leaf parsley. Just throw in some flat leaf parsley into it. And that's it, really and truly now it's ready to dish up. So I'm going to serve it and I'll show you again. So there you go, chicken chasseur. The idea is it serves 4 people. You have a piece of the light meat, the breast, and a piece of the dark meat, the leg or whatever. But you'd easily feed a family of 4. It's very nice as well.
It's best with mashed potato, but the reprobate have to have chips with this, so there you go. But it's better with mashed potato.
I like chips.
Okay.
See ya.
Bye.